Take a course in comedy from the original Nutty Professor, Jerry Lewis. I'm Jane Pauley, and this is Time and Again.
The following program is brought to you in living color. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you.
This is Lowell Thomas in New York.
Beatles, birds,
And go, my fellow Americans!
I'm Chet Huntley, your host on...
We have 73 television cameras on Mayday Girl.
President Nixon is actively
One small step for man.
Good evening. There is only one Jerry Lewis. In a legendary career spanning more than 60 years, the comedian has elevated sheer zaniness to an art form in movies, television, records, and in live performance. And Jerry Lewis has devoted much of his life to a very unfunny cause, fighting muscular dystrophy, collecting millions of dollars over the years in televised fundraising marathons every Labor Day weekend. This year is no exception. Jerry Lewis was born 1926 as Joseph Levitch of Newark, New Jersey. His parents were in show business, and Lewis caught the bug. He worked the Catskills, where in 1946 he teamed up with another unknown named Dean Martin. Together, they became one of the biggest acts in show business history. 10 years later, still riding high, Martin and Lewis appeared on NBC's Today Show. It was June 26, 1956.
Thank you very much. We're very glad.
Well, it's real sweet to be back here at the 400 Club, ladies and gentlemen.
500. Do you expect Gary Cooper today on this show? Let's sit down nice like. Look
Yeah,
how
let's
good
be
Faye is
casual
sitting.
like
You mind, Union, is it all right if we get down here and sit good?
Sure, but how? How do I get down?
Yeah, easy.
Oh, wait, hey.
We didn't know we were going to be on the show until about 4 weeks ago, so we're not prepared. Can I ask Faye Emerald something?
Faye, no. Faye Emerson.
Miss Emerson,
That's it.
you're taking over Dave Garraway's place?
Just while Dave is on vacation,
Where did he go?
He went to England and then to France.
And he didn't leave his glasses with you? It would
He
have been
thought he
bad,
might
Dave.
need them in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Sure.
terrific when she gets to know you a little better. Faye, do you know why we're here, Faye?
What's all this shouting? This is a nice, intimate room here. What are they shouting about?
Well, we're here because our new Picture Partners opens in Atlantic City.
When does it open?
Are they releasing it at all? Yes, it opens July 25th. That's right.
And it
July
closes at 27.
You notice I dressed up for it?
Yeah, you
Very
should. You
glad.
put all your money in clothes,
Well,
huh?
I tried. Who? No, well, I thought this was relaxed. They said we're going to get up in the middle of the night and we should just come down here and say hello to Dave and look at the change on this board. But I tell you something, Miss Emerald. In all the times that I watch
No, it's not. Miss Emerson. Faye Emerson.
Fanny, I tell you something, all the time. Faye Emerson. Oh, yeah, we do have to say that we open here, don't we? July the 1st for 10 days for Skinny Diamato.
Huh?
Any questions why we open here with a name like that?
We weren't asked.
He came in a car with some friends and said, be here. But I think since we're here, why don't we just sing 300 or 400 songs?
Well, let's ask Miss Frank Emmington if we can do something.
No, her name is Faye Oswald.
Oh, Faye?
Formerly of Oswald McLeish Spleen. I saw you in vaudeville. Didn't you do an act on a high wire?
Well, let's do something, you know.
Why don't you do a song or two?
Sing? I
Yeah.
can't even talk this early.
Well, hum.
I could drink this early, but I can't even talk. How about some water?
He means squirt. Get a load of how happy people get from a silly word like this. Squirt. Oh, that's a sponsor.
That's right.
Oh, well, that's a wonderful drink. I always have it. I tell you what we could do. Why don't we have community sing? This would be a good thing.
No.
Get a load of this Nuremberg trial in front of us. I tell you what, let's do it with the crew. Let's do it with the people they know. It would be more fun, like with Faye and Jack Leslerman and Frank Blair, Smiley. Let's do it with with the people that they know, and we can have fun that way. But we'll get you to come over here so that we can all be in the picture.
Oh, that's the community sing?
Yeah, we'll do it just with those in the show. Frank, you start. You know Harvest Moon? You'll know it by heart when we get through with you. Shut up. We weren't talking to you, you igloo. You know Harvest?
You can just sit there. Is this thing on here?
Sit on the stage here, and Frank over there, and Miss Eckhart, you're over there.
Is the
Fanny.
picture on, too, and everything? You're
All
a
right.
wonderful man.
You notice we only rehearsed this for a month. All right, from the top, key is
Shine
C,
on Harvest
and pick it up
Moon.
with dum-da-dum-da-dum-dum, and then we go from there.
I'll give you the tempo. That's it. Isn't that nice?
Now, Dean is going to sing the first 4 bars so that you know how it goes, all right?
Yeah, that's
From the
great.
top, Saul.
What time is the funeral? Where are you guys going? Shine on, Harvest Moon.
That's the idea. That's how it should be sung. And we would like
All
to
right.
have it done in tempo. From the top. Here we
From
go.
the top.
No musicians, just the piano, and stop playing with your eyeballs. Just straight ahead. Regular, all right? Here we go.
Shine on.
You don't feel good at all, do you? No.
Kid is
All right, let's
terrible.
try it again because you should say, let's take it up. It's a little low for Frank. Take it up a couple of keys, would you please?
Just go to E or something.
That's very good. You want to go out and play ball now? Again, here we go. Frank, you ready? Get out of here. You don't know what you're doing. All right, same key. You ready, Lee? You don't want to sing in the key he's playing in? He studied. He knows what he's doing here, you know. Try it again. Same key. Squeeze. Jerky girl I never saw in my whole life like this. Let's
Like
try
Betty
Jack
Boop.
LaScully from the top. Here we go. This is very good. Listen to this. We're going to have a duet here. Go ahead, please.
Shine on,
Let's play.
shine on, the harvest moon, up in the sky. I had no
Make the break.
There's a shaker. We got a shaker.
That's very good. Why don't you sit with the monkey? He don't say nothing either. Ain't no time to say. What are they photographing? A board? No. Wait, what is this? Yeah, we'll be back in just a minute. Everyone applaud. We'll be right back. What is this? Look out. Get What is this mixed up here with all the dancing?
Jerry Lewis with Dean Martin on The Today Show, June 26, 1956. It's hard to believe, but that was one of Martin and Lewis's last appearances. 4 weeks later, at the height of their popularity, the pair had a bitter falling out and broke up, exactly 10 years after they joined forces in 1946. In 1984, Lewis was back on Today, and Gene Shalit asked him about his old partner.
What about Dean Martin after all these years?
We had a marvelous 10 years. Do you realize that it's 28 years ago that we split up?
Homer! What do you got left? 46. I'm just going to order something to eat, boy. Aren't you hungry?
38 years ago that we teamed up, to the day.
Hello?
Do you really believe that after 28 years, people are still waiting for something to happen?
They are, though. It's a phenomenon to me.
Well, I don't see it as a phenomenon. I understand it because I get it all the time. I understand it because we were part of the fabric of America.
Hello?
All the people you're talking about that are waiting for something
Touch anything that'll get me to
grew up with us. We grew up with them. And in the late 40s and most of the 50s, we were at a kind of a lighthearted time in this country. Where else but in this country, in a lighthearted time, could two guys stand on a stage in tuxes, and the monkey and the handsome one are saying the following words: "Did you take a bath this morning? Why, is there one missing?" And made millions of dollars. Went into the American homes and knocked off Ed Sullivan every Sunday night for 8 straight years on the Colgate Comedy Hour doing, "Did you take a bath today? Why, is there one missing?" So it had to be a light, airy, unpressured time in this country. And All of the 10-year-olds are now 38-year-olds. They're the ones that are waiting for something to happen. It might. You never know.
Martin and Lewis never reunited, and Dean Martin died on Christmas Day, 1995. When we come back, some not-so-funny times for the king of comedy.
MSNBC News, when you really want to know.
I sang it, stopped the show cold, and I was in a recording studio 3 days later. I made Rockabye, and it sold over 7 million copies.
His confidence restored, Jerry launched into his first solo film for Paramount, The Delicate Delinquent. Although the reviews were mixed, The Delicate Delinquent grossed $7 million, proving Hal Wallace right, that it was Jerry, not Dean, who brought in the dough.
I was just taking out the garbage can. I don't want to go to the electric chair with the thing on it. Oh, that's terrible.
Jerry went on a promotional tour with the film. After more than 20 years, he had come home to Irvington, and the union
services can help you do more.
To experience the true joy of cooking, it must be pursued with reckless abandon and total disregard for the inevitable splatters, spills, squirts, and the occasional splash. Fortunately, GE's profile cooking appliances have ingenious quick clean features like lift-top ranges, self-cleaning ovens, easy wipe surfaces, and sealed burners, so they clean with just a wipe. GE's profile appliances are so easy to clean, they take the joy of cooking to new heights.
When her dad died, my daughter wanted to run the business. My smartest hire, then her headache.
They never ever did it again. That was the upside. The downside is that I'll never forget it.
It hurt.
Yeah. And that's why you do comedy, kid.
At the pinnacle of his career, living in the former Bel Air mansion of Louis B. Mayer, Jerry became a reclusive man who trusted and confided only in his wife and children.
That gave him total creative control and 60% of the profits, something unheard of at the time. In 1963 came Lewis's masterpiece, a comic Jekyll and Hyde called The Nutty Professor. But as time went on, the Lewis style went out of style. Here he is with NBC's Tom Snyder in 1975.
Is Jerry Lewis down on his luck? Is he down on his career in an eclipse right now? I mean,
Possibly. From the standpoint of everything being relative. Instead of doing 2 films in a year, as I did 10 years ago, I'm not doing that much only because the flavor and the taste has changed, and I'm not going to take some of my work and have it follow Linda Lovelace. And I don't need the money that badly, and I can be a little more discriminating. And it'll come around. So if we are on what might be called hiatus between 2 films plus et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I have never worked as hard or as much in this particular year in my life, yet I might be on the profit column, I might be down $4.5 million. But I wouldn't worry about it.
That was 1975. In 1977, Jerry Lewis was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for his years of muscular dystrophy fundraising. Lewis suffered a near-fatal heart attack in 1982, but came back the following year, starring in The King of Comedy with Robert De Niro. Lewis spoke to NBC's Gene Shalit about his health in 1984.
How did the heart attack change your life?
Well, I think that my lifestyle has changed without question. You have open heart surgery, it gets your attention. But I'm still frenetic. I think that this whole trip has been, it's been the toughest grind that I've ever been on. When you go to Europe, you need at least a day to sleep, to battle that jet lag. Well, I arrived in Paris, I did the things I had to do, and I was on a plane. So the jet lag never left me going east. Just 1 second.
Yes, hello, room service. Yes? Whatever it is, we have no food that's available in the hotel right now, but we could send out to Wendy's. For how many? Well, could you excuse us because we're really in an interview now. We can't be bothered with your goddamn calls now.
Jew hater. What were you saying?
I was talking about your latent anti-Semitism.
So I'm still frenetic, but I feel a little subdued because I know that...
I think they want more food.
Japanese embassy, hello, you bastard. What you want? You call Stephen Paul? He died.
Let's go back to the other question, because it's an important question that a lot of people need, A, reassurance, and B, are just interested in your own experience with the open heart, okay?
I smoked 3 or 4 packs of cigarettes a day for 43 years. And it was not difficult for me to stop smoking.
Particularly the lighter that got you.
Yeah, right. It's a wonderful prop that's gone. But I was laying in ICU, and I was attacked by VTAC. VTAC is when the heart muscle stops midway between beats. You die. And I was gone for 8 or 10 seconds. And they brought me back. And it's a frightening, frightening experience. The surgery, the need for it to be emergency surgery, where you don't have an opportunity. There are no options, you know. When you consider the alternative, you do as you're told. And it's a very humbling, very, very humbling experience. I like to think of myself as the kind of a person that I've taken 58 years to work on, and am satisfied with the outcome. And I am, really am. I don't know that I could have said that before the surgery.
Jerry Lewis may be satisfied with the outcome, but as everybody knows, the French have always been downright ecstatic. We'll have that part of the Jerry Lewis story when Time and Again continues.
This is NBC News at the...
Noon, I came in from Newark.
Newark, where in Newark?
In Jersey.
Are you going to be an actor?
Well, they tell me if I can clear up my skin.
What's wrong with your skin?
Well, it has things on it.
Well, how'd you get those things?
From girls kissing.
You mean kissing with lips and nice kissing?
Oh, yes, there's this one girl I've been going with, Ralph. And, actually, that's the big problem, you see. I'm really very in awe of all of this. This is showfolk, Tinseltown. Could I meet Ruby Keeler?
The Paramount lot became his personal playground. Every department and resource was at his beck and call.
368-1.
In his drive for perfection, he involved himself in every aspect of the production.
I'm spending a fortune, and the grass comes up, and you can see the floor. See the floor? That's grass, and it's a floor.
It was while he was making Cinderfella, his most ambitious and costly film to date, that the stress of Jerry's non-stop lifestyle finally caught up with him.
Install yourself with no monthly monitoring fees.
Summer weather returns. Temps out there now.
Just how far do you have to go to get a deal? Well, technology is being used in museums and...
I'll never forget it, and I'll never forget you.
I was on the Paramount lot, and I went over to visit the day that he went up the grand red carpeted staircase. And as he got to the top, he had a heart attack before my eyes, and they had to take him away to the hospital.
Within weeks...
Or call to learn more. The Honeywell wireless home security system, only at Sears.
I feel safe now.
Mike Piazza spends 9 innings destroying his hair and 90 seconds bringing it back with a shampoo that conditions too.
Kind of superhuman to be able to survive all that he did and keep going. He'd get so excited about ideas that he'd go without sleep and just work and work and work. He was a workaholic.
You're watching our biography.
Considered an artist, a comic genius of the first order. How far do the French take this hero worship?
Comedian Jerry Lewis has received France's highest award, the Legion of Honor. Bob Jameson reports from Paris.
It was even more attention than Jerry Lewis normally gets in France, a country that reveres him as the world's foremost comic genius, who is best understood here and never fully appreciated in his own country. It was a night staged by the Paris glitterati in their taffeta, jewels, and late winter tans to give Lewis France's highest award, the Legion of Honor, bestowed in the past on Dwight Eisenhower, Albert Einstein, and Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah, I'm in shock. It's very humbling, a marvelous feeling.
Lewis did not play this gala for laughs, a benefit in Paris's 18th century opera house for cancer research. The climax of the evening took place amid candles and salmon mousse.
Mon cher Jerry Lewis.
French Nobel Prize winner André Lvoff, representing President Francois Mitterrand, presented the award.
Legion d'honneur touches my heart, my soul, my very being. I will continue to try to do the best I can so that I will be worthy of France's love. I love you all very much.
Though Lewis is France's king of comedy, the presenters said the Legion of Honor recognized not so much laughs, but Lewis's serious business of raising money in the United States to fight childhood disease. Bob Jameson, NBC News, Paris.
What is the basis for this adoration among the French for Jerry Lewis's work?
Well, I think that it's the same as it is in the Netherlands, in Germany, Italy, Spain, Belgium, Japan, Australia. It's the international language. The critics in this country have never appreciated it, only because they just don't like it. I don't think they like to identify with the masses. And I've always had the public. See, that's the misnomer. Very often I'm asked by the press around the world, why are you so accepted in our country as opposed to your own country? And I have to clarify that I was first accepted in my country and still am. I have a great love affair with my public, and vice versa. And they've been very good to me for a long, long time. It's the critical acclaim that's different. There's no acclaim here at all. It's very silent. And when I go to France or Italy or Germany, it's just astonishing because I got both. I have the masses, the public, and critical acclaim. Something that I really don't feel badly about not having here, because I understand it. Because you see, the interesting thing that people, I doubt, very strongly recognize that the critics, although they have been on me, and I've been on them, for lo these 35 years, they've kept me a commodity in our business. I'm controversial, and the one thing that I could never get them to do, they did for me. You can't tell a fan that loves you that what you love is stupid and no good. They only love you more. They become protective on top of that. And they will defend to the death your veracity and everything else. If the critics really did hear what they did in the European theater for me,
I'm your friend.
I might have been gone 20 years ago. Now they're going to hear that and they'll say, look at what we did. We caused it ourselves.
We should have liked them better.
Yeah, right. He'd have gone away.
That was 1984. Jerry Lewis didn't go away, of course, and in 1995, almost 70 years old, he was back, big time, fulfilling a lifelong dream of starring on Broadway. We'll have that when Time and Again continues.
If you think you know the news, remember
that. So when the next picture came up, he said, how'd you like to write it with me? And that was The Ladies' Man.
All kinds of people told him he couldn't do it. Experts, of course. He built a 3-story building on C.B. DeMille's soundstage, and they built it precisely as you do a mansion. And what was different about it was this. He had every single room lit specifically for the idea of using it on a camera. And they were all on dimmers. So you could bring up one room, put 6 down, do 2. An unbelievable technical achievement. Secondarily, every room in that mansion was rigged for sound. Frankly, I believe with that film, Jerry established for me a career that I probably would not have had without that film.
H-E-R-B-E-R-T's Herbert. Not O-I-A-A-L. It's I-V Herbert. H-E-R-B-E-R-T for Herbert.
Herbert is to have his breakfast. I'll see to it.
Herbie. People don't know the difference in Herbie and Herbert. H-E-R-E Herbert is Herbert. I don't want no breakfast. I told her that's the worst thing in the house.
Oh. What? If Miss Mellon finds out, Mellon.
Get set for free.
Oh, God. You ready for it?
Yes.
How is it you've been in show business so long and never done Broadway?
Oh, I had been offered some things that just didn't work or were wrong for me. This is perfect. This is a great show. And it's like, and this company is incredible. A company of very talented performers. The entire creative process of this show is impeccable. And they've worked it since last March, and I'm going to walk in and hopefully bring whatever I bring up to their excellence.
But you were just telling me, and we were talking about a 2.5-year commitment on your part to 8 shows a week.
Yeah.
This is a tremendous grind. Why do you
8 shows a week? What are you talking about? Dean and I played the Paramount and did 56 shows a week. And at the Chicago Theater, we did 63 shows a week. This is a piece of cake. I'm like Jesse James with 245s. I'm taking this money, and they don't know what a snap it is.
You're a show business veteran. You've spent, if my count serves me correctly, 63 years of your life in front of a crowd.
Right.
But come Tuesday night, how nervous you can be?
Probably very nervous. My dad used to say, if you're not nervous, you're either a fool or a liar. You have to be nervous, or you don't care. I guess there are people that don't get nervous. They don't care about it.
But you do.
I care desperately. It's the thrill of my life. I have never had such a focus. I've never had such an energy. I've never worked better with my child. I've never been better with my wife. I've never been better with people in the street. I am on a high, a natural high. I'm finally going to play Broadway, and I can hear my dad up there giggling. Now you got it, kid.
You got it all right. Damn Yankees was a smash. Lewis got raves, and he scored big with a whole new generation of fans. Not bad for little Joseph Levitch of Newark, New Jersey. That's time and again for now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jane Pauley, and we're history.
Tomorrow, saddle up with the Duke, an American icon remembered.
John Wayne was a man of great integrity.
On Time and Again with Jane Pauley, tomorrow at 10 Eastern on MSNBC.
Wake up to your clearly superior.
And it was a staged affair. We did retakes. Christmas was more staged than others because of the just because of the set, so to speak. But the cameras were always rolling.
It is hard to measure how much the supportive atmosphere at Paramount contributed to the excellence of Jerry's work from 1960 to 1965.
From birth to age 3 are the most important years in a child's brain development. The time that defines who they become.
To play in the NBA, you have to be on top of your game. You need to be mentally sharp and physically fit. But you don't have to be a professional athlete to understand that smoking is bad for you. To be at your best, whether it's on or off the court, you've got to take care of yourself. So don't smoke. It ruins your game and it jeopardizes your health. Because smoking is an offensive foul.
This message is brought to you by the New Jersey Nets, New Jersey Breathes, and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation.
Hi, I'm Eric Davis. Colon cancer took me out of baseball for a while. But I'm okay, because my colon cancer was detected and treated early.
Colorectal cancer is America's second leading cause of cancer death, especially among African Americans. But with regular screenings and removal of precancerous polyps, virtually all colorectal cancer deaths could be avoided. If you're over 50, see your doctor for a screening. It's now covered by Medicare.
Don't let colon cancer take you out of the game.
Legendary